This is delicious, man, honestly.
Keep cooking like this. Love Island gonna give you a call.
I'm Josh, and I'm here with
Serigne Mbaye.
and we're making Yassa. Today he's here teaching me how to make one of his favorite dishes that he makes at home called Yassa Poulet. Practical, it's easy, it's simple, and it's healthy. He's the chef of Dakar restaurant here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Really famous, really well known. Serigne and his team won a James Beard Award after only being open for 1 year for Best New Restaurant here in New Orleans. It's really amazing, you should check it out. Follow him on Instagram. Today he's here teaching me how to make one of his favorite dishes that he makes at home called Yassa Poulet.
It's pretty much essentially a smothered onion mustard sauce with beautiful chicken. So first, we're gonna start by breaking down the chicken. If you're cooking at home and making this recipe, it's pretty simple. So what we did is we brined the chicken for a day and then we let it dry in the cooler for another day. It doesn't hurt to dry for 2 days as well. So if you're at home, you don't have a lot of time, you could just marinate as is and put it in the oven. So today we're gonna break it down.
And what percent brine are you using?
So I'm using 10%, 10% to water.
Okay, so if anyone doesn't know what brine is a salt solution,
Right.
where when he's saying 10%, it's 10% the total weight of water is salt. So if you have 1,000 grams, you have 1 kilo of water, you put 100 grams of salt into that water, put it on the stove, boil it, let the salt dissolve. A lot of times people put flavorings in there. They put spices, herbs, blah, blah, blah. You can put whatever you want for different purposes. And so that's what he's talking about. 10% brine for 24 hours, you said?
Yep,
overnight?
24 hours.
And then he lets it dry for 2 days because you want that skin, you're gonna roast it. You want it to get crispy. You don't want it to be too wet. So you wanna give it some time for that skin to dry out in the fridge. And is this a Senegalese dish?
This is a Senegalese dish, right? As a kid growing up. So people that grew up in the countryside in Senegal will always have yassa with chicken. But people that live around the coast, because Senegal is a place that's surrounded by the coast. So as a kid, we always had it with fish. I could go either way. You can't go wrong. So
Nice. I like chicken.
first I'm gonna start by getting the little wings off. I'm taking my time to show, I'm just, have my knife just gliding.
Yep.
Get that. And usually you could use at the restaurant, if I was prepping this dish, I would use this to make a stock. Keep that for stock on the knife.
Sorry.
This is my chef knife, so it's a little bit more challenging. All right, cool. Now, we're gonna get the legs off. Snap the chicken. Leg is done.
Get a pan on, you roast it.
Yep, all right. And then I'm gonna cut the little back off. So, there we go. It's funny because I really don't cook chicken at all, dude.
In the restaurant or at home?
Just generally.
Oh yeah? You just don't like it or?
I don't know. I'm more of a seafood type of guy.
Oh yeah?
So seafood is my thing. Today is going to be special, exceptional. We're going to make exception and cook some chicken.
Sure, it's gonna be delicious.
I'm
Looks
excited
good
for
already.
it. All right, cool. What I want to know is, what would you do if you was cooking at home and you break down the chicken? What would you do with these?
I just put the chicken in the oven. I put my oven on 400 degrees. I put salt on the chicken and I put it in the oven and that's it.
Awesome.
I set a 1 hour timer.
Right.
And that's it.
So pretty simple. So if you want, you could even go further, separate the legs. But this is the thigh. This is the money maker right here. So we're going to clean our cutting board and we're going to come back to the chicken yassa.
So we're gonna season this chicken.
So we're just going to season it with salt, like just Josh said. We're going to wait till the pan to get hot. And then we're going to add oil into the pan. We want to see a nice, beautiful golden brown. That's a good sign to let us know that the chicken is in a good place.
Let's do it. Now the chicken is brine, so don't go crazy with the salt.
Right.
Right?
How are we looking over there? Is we hot enough?
I think we're good, yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do it. Beautiful. Nice, healthy amount of salt.
Yep.
Chicken goes in.
Oh yeah. Nice.
We'll let the chicken cook for another 6 to 7 minutes roughly.
You gotta get a tray to put it on after, you're gonna put it in the pan.
We can put it in the pan. That's perfect.
So a little bit of oil on the pan.
And we're gonna wait for the chicken to get nice golden brown. We flip the other side just to kind of kiss it.
Yeah.
Put it in here, and then we're gonna finish the chicken in the oven with the sauce.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Let's get it. onion, right?
Yep, onions.
You want me to do that?
You can do that. Yeah, jump on it so you can get a little action in it.
Make myself somewhat useful. What's this, julienne?
Julienne, yeah. A lot of pressure, chef.
So, how long have you been making this dish? Like,
15 to 16 years now.
is this something that your parents taught you, like your mom taught you or something?
Because actually my mom had a restaurant in Harlem before I was born. So I grew up having this dish. You know, it's definitely one of my favorite dishes. I'll be looking over there.
Good. I think more time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's with fish mostly, right?
Yeah, it's mostly with fish. Yeah. But chicken is something that, you know, anytime you go to countryside, growing up in Senegal, you always have it with chicken. You know, so I'm excited about it.
Is that enough?
Do another one. Why not? It doesn't hurt.
All right.
Let's get both of them in there. Nice. Nice.
Beautiful and nice. You ever see Fancy Chef?
Oh my God.
Good. Pay attention. Pay attention.
He's hilarious. He's hilarious.
All right. Look at this one.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Good?
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
This side as well, or no?
Yeah, I'll say that side too. Yeah,
A little bit?
Yeah, plate both of them. We'll give them a couple of seconds. Not bad, huh?
Yeah. This thing's pretty good.
Not bad for home cooked chicken, man.
Not bad for a couple good looking guys.
Exactly. Hey, especially, and I feel like as a chef, you know, you work all day. You know, days that you off, I think it makes so much more sense just to make one pot dish. Like that's what I do in my off day.
Man, I can't.
I can't do a dish that requires two pots. Everything is literally a one pot dish. You know? So.
But you know what's funny though? When I was younger,
yeah,
like when I was like a teenager growing up, and like when I was like just started cooking, I was so much more keen to be ambitious in the kitchen at home. Like I wanted to try different things. I wanted to see what worked. I wanted to like make a huge mess. Like you asked my parents, like house growing up, just pots and pans everywhere. Wow. But now I'm like, literally, you're absolutely right. Like I can't be asked to deal with more than one pan.
I mean, for me, I just feel like, you know, working a lot of, you know, fine dining restaurants, I was always amazed that it took 4 different pots or 5 different pots to make a dish, you know.
But you also have a kitchen porter to help clean it all up.
Exactly.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it's perfect. All right, cool.
This one too?
Yeah, okay, you bring it on.
Can maybe go a little bit more, but that's all right.
That's all right.
Onions in?
So now, onions in. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in the oven so we can get some cooking time there. Meanwhile, we'll start our onions. We'll put this in the oven. We'll come right back to y'all.
All right.
Oven is on at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, now we're gonna bring in all the fun ingredients.
Now, are you looking for color with these onions?
Yes, I want it to be really, really caramelized before we add anything into it.
Okay.
We'll add a little bit of salt to the onions to kind of help it break down a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
So what we want is we want the onions to come completely caramelized. Then we're going to deglaze. And you know, Senegal, we don't grow up with wine. So if this was a French kitchen, I'll probably deglaze some sort of white wine.
Right.
But today we're gonna deglaze with white vinegar.
And what's it? What, you just don't have wine in Senegal, or like what?
It's because Senegal is 95% Muslim country, so wine is not huge. Yeah, they don't drink. It's not a huge drinking culture at all.
Wow, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then over here we have our spicy Dakar sauce, because I'm a fan of wet spice versus dry spice. Yeah, because I don't like dry spice at all. No? I want to smell the aroma of things, you know, and I feel like if it's dry.
Well, this smells delicious.
Yeah, and that's heavily habaneros.
Okay.
In there.
Is it like grilled or something?
It's hot, so I would.
If I try this, is it going to ruin my day?
Yeah, it's going to ruin your day. Oh, that's too much. No. Just try the spoon. That's it.
See that?
That's it. It's hot.
Woo! Yeah.
It's hot.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but it doesn't. One thing I love about our spice.
That'll put a letter in your mailbox.
Yeah. One thing I love about spice, even though it's very hot, it doesn't sit in your palate too long. You know, it cleans off.
It has a nice deep flavor. Like, you grill the peppers?
Yeah, so it's habaneros that we actually roast them. Roast the peppers, and then we do
like in the oven.
Yeah, in the oven. Okay. Roast them up, take it out, and put it in a pot. We kind of smother it for about 2 hours or so, real nice and slow, and then we add, you know, a lot of our spices that goes in there.
But you put oil, so it's oil.
Yeah, so oil. It definitely has oil. Then we have heavily on habaneros.
Yeah.
Smoked paprika.
Okay.
Salt.
And you just cut the top off the pepper.
Yep.
And so you leave the seeds and everything.
Yep, everything. Okay. Seed and all, because I want it all. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, the onions were in a good place, close to it.
It smells awesome. I love the habanero flavor. I love the fruity flavor of the habanero.
Yeah.
How it's like. Have you ever tried a habanada?
Yeah.
They're like genetically modified habaneros, so they taste like habanero, but they're not spicy. So if you're making they have the same flavor, that nice fruity flavor that they have.
You look for it. Okay.
So if you do half and half, you can have a sauce that tastes like that with less of the blow. which
Okay.
is nice. I like, for me, I like spicy. People think I'm a psychopath. My friends are like, how do you eat
love
that?
heat. I
But
love heat.
I love it. But
I love heat.
if I'm cooking for people, I can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that
For
option.
sure. Oh, I almost forgot. We also got fish stock. So typically in our restaurant,
Brown fish stock?
yeah, brown fish stocks.
Yep.
Because for me, I like to roast my bones in the fish.
Yep.
You know, especially with this sauce. Because at the restaurant, we use it with fish, so we have fish stock. But the fish stock also adds another flavor into the.
Gotcha.
It doesn't.
That makes sense.
It doesn't take it away from.
That makes sense.
You know.
Yeah.
Cool. So now we're close to a good place. So we'll start with white vinegar to deglaze just a little bit, add in the fish sauce just a little bit, and then we add the spice. We'll let that reduce,
Yep.
and then we add our stock. Let that come to a nice good flavor.
Yeah.
And then we finish it off with Dijon mustard. We let the mustard come to full
Right.
emulsified.
Right.
Put it in the chicken, and the rest is history.
You put this liquid basically with the chicken in the oven and let it cook with that liquid?
Exactly.
Gotcha, okay.
So it stays
And it
moist.
sort of gets like sticky and glazes it, right?
Yeah. And on top of that, you kind of get that beautiful color. Yeah, cool. Now we get to deglaze. We'll deglaze a little bit.
Nice.
A little bit white vinegar, touch a bit fish sauce. Half of a regular home tablespoon. Okay, let's add a little bit of spice in there.
Yeah.
I need a spoon.
Yeah.
So this is very hot. So you could use any pepper that you have in your house, you know. Most certainly whatever your tolerating spice level is. I'll try just a little bit for us. This will go a long way. Add some oil into it. Let's give that a nice stir. Yeah.
So what's the like ingredients in Senegal that are like really well known for that area? That's things that they use there a lot.
So one thing that we do a lot is use a lot of fermented seafood, dry seafood. We
Like shellfish or
yeah, shellfish,
fish?
all shellfish.
Uh-huh.
Also fermented vegetables like beans. It's this beans that we use called locust beans that we fermented back home in Senegal. That has beautiful umami. Okay,
And
cool.
it's fermented like mostly dried or like brine, pickled, like stuff like that as well? Or
Mostly dry,
dry.
mostly dry, and smoke with salt. So now we're adding a fish stock.
smells so good.
So we're gonna let her go for another. We're gonna let her go for another 8 to 10 minutes or so. So nice,
Gotcha.
nice and reduced. And we didn't add our Dijon mustard, and let that cook for another 8 to 10 minutes or so as well. And then we combine the chicken with this beautiful Yassa sauce, and the rest is history. All right, so I'm gonna move all these mise en place on our way, and then we're gonna start to get our clean board, and we're gonna start our chives for garnish.
Sounds good.
The chives we can wait towards the end because that's gonna be for garnish. I don't wanna. How's that sauce going right now? It's not bad, huh?
It tastes nice.
Nice.
What kind of fish do you use for the fish stock?
Snapper.
Nice.
How's the spice? I need more.
It's good. I think we can probably put a little bit more habanero.
Okay, for sure. It don't hurt. It just
Maybe
a
not
little
for the
more.
general public.
Yeah.
But we're not cooking for them today. We're just cooking for us.
Exactly. Just the oil will just do it just justice.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad because I ran out of this spicy sauce in my house, and I've been always forget to bring some at home.
Oh, yeah?
So now I get to steal some. The sauce is going nice and slow, so you can see how the onions is nice and caramelized. The sauce is reducing. So we better add Dijon mustard. It's going to help emulsify this beautiful sauce. We're then going to finish it off with some squeeze of lemons. We'll cut some beautiful chives towards the end, and that will garnish this dish. So
Chives at the end, right? When it comes out, of the oven.
yeah, like right
Gotcha.
before you serve it to the guests.
And you serve it with rice, right?
Yeah, serve with rice. We have a pot of rice going in the back, you know, so you can cook rice however you want to cook rice.
What's the like bread that you eat this with normally? Like, what kind of bread do you have in Senegal? Like, what's the
Typically,
is it like a flat bread?
typically we mostly baguettes. You know, Senegal's. You know, we have colonized by French, so we have a lot of French influence.
Right.
So baguette is typically something that we use a lot.
Baguette's amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna add this. 1, 2, let's say probably about 3.
So it's actually quite mustardy then.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's healthy, and the mustard kind of sink that dish because it's really nice and creamy. Beautiful. So what we're gonna do is bring the chicken over here.
Yep.
So we're gonna add the chicken on top of there.
Okay.
I'll let you. Here we go.
You want to put that juice in there as well?
Yeah, for sure. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. And then back home, Senegal, what they do is they add olives inside of the sauce.
Yeah.
And some people finish it with olives. Look at that. That's beautiful.
You want to baste it on top or no?
It's
Or just
fine.
leave it without?
You can leave it out.
Okay.
And so you can still have a little bit.
Right,
so-
that like caramelized top.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Look how beautiful that looks.
And so
How does it taste right now?
it's really good. The
good.
mustard really comes through, yeah.
And then especially when the chicken started the chicken juice started falling off,
Yeah.
and it will keep the chicken completely tender.
So is it supposed to be like, it's supposed to be like braised, like falling apart chicken, right?
Not a braise perhaps, but more tender for sure.
Gotcha. But like typically they do it with like whole chicken, half chicken, or pieces, or is it
typic-
always different?
Typically, Senegal always do it with whole chicken. Because
Whole
anytime
chicken.
you cook back home as a kid growing up in Senegal, when we make lunch, you only make 2 pots.
Gotcha.
Sometimes 1 pot. So you make your rice and then you make your sauce on the side. So typically, if I was in Dakar and making lunch, I'm gonna make as much as I can.
Right.
Whatever left over, people can eat it for, afterwards between lunch and dinner.
Right, that makes sense.
Cool. So now we can put this in the oven.
Okay.
For
I'll just
another-
put it right in the pan in the oven, right?
Yeah, right in the oven. Exactly.
Sweet.
For another 20 minutes or so, and then we should be
Let it
we should
finish
be
cooking?
Let it finish cooking.
Cool. If someone was watch this video and they want to make this at home, but they want to make it with a full chicken, how do they
Okay.
do that?
Pretty simple. What I would suggest is literally brine your chicken, your whole chicken, in the water, like we talked about earlier, 10% brine,
Yeah.
and then let it dry in the cooler
Yeah.
for another day.
Yeah.
And then day of, you could just roast the whole entire chicken
Okay.
in the oven, right? And then make your sauce. After your sauce is in a good place, get that beautiful roasted chicken, put it on top of the sauce.
Right.
It's simple.
Exactly the same way, but
Yeah.
the chicken. But if you're not cooking the chicken in the pan, whatever
Right.
you do, because that's going to be a nightmare.
Exactly.
You're gonna cook the chicken whole, 375, 400 degrees. Cook it on a rack if you have a rack on the bottom, so you get the heat that comes around the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nice, beautiful caramelization all around the chicken, and then put that lovely bird right on top of your sauce, and in the oven, e basta.
Yep.
But then it's going to take longer than 20 minutes, FYI.
For sure. And one thing I would say though too is that, but what makes this dish so special, you serve with steamed rice that doesn't have anything but salt. What makes it hit is the Dijon mustard. It brings a nice tanginess. The spice that we add, which is the Dakar spice, any spice that you have, habaneros, whatever spice that's near you. And also finishing it off with that squeeze of
Lemon juice.
lemon juice.
We didn't put any lemon juice into the sauce in the pan. It's
yeah.
only at the end.
Yeah, because if you add the lemon juice into it, it's gonna, that fragrance is gonna.
Right.
So I want to add it towards the end, so you can smell that brightness
Right.
from the yassa. But we did add white vinegar,
True.
so to kind of
Little acidity.
exactly kind of brine up the dish. Let's check our pot of rice. I know we put it on earlier.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Give that rice a stare, dude. I love a perfect rice. Look at
I
that.
remember you telling me the other day like how obsessed you are with rice.
Yeah,
Damn, that looks good. You put salt in already or
I
no?
could put salt. Yeah, I put a little bit of salt.
Dude, the texture.
You know what I mean?
Here, I'll give you one. Now, do you ever put butter in your rice?
I don't, because traditionally, Senegal, we didn't grow up consuming a lot of dairy, so
This is delicious. The texture of the rice.
Yeah.
What type of rice is this anyway?
this is Louisiana Cajun rice.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Love. Like perfectly cooked rice is something that not enough people talk about.
And I feel like for me, as a chef, like I was telling you before, that a chef that could cook a perfect rice, to me, is more impressive than a chef that know how to make a French omelet.
Yeah.
But once you master the technique, you can wake up your sleep and do it. But this requires patience.
Yeah. And
So-
a lot of times people just use a rice cooker.
Exactly. This pot of rice, I have not opened it until it was done.
You know, you open your pot of rice and you're kind of like, oh shit, and you're like, you just don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
But one thing I would
it's
say,
always like a what if.
Yeah.
You know, what if it's not good?
but for me as a kid growing up, rice is something that you have to really smell it. When you close the lid, as the rice is come to a boil, when you add your rice, when you close it, it has the steam. When the rice is ready, it's almost like a flower that just bloomed. I just
Right.
smell it. I don't wherever I'm at, I just know the rices need to be
You
turned
could be
on.
you could be 2 blocks away
Yeah,
from your
like
kitchen.
earlier I was here. I just knew when I was checking, the rice need to turn off because I could just, I don't know, just almost
That's that instinct right there.
Exactly, and it's
So how did you do? Walk me through the process of how you did that then.
making rice is pretty simple for us. It's close to 2 to 1. Typically, how a lot of people do rice.
If you're going anything, it's a little bit less than 2 to
It's
1.
a little bit less, exactly. A little more close to it. The reason why I say 2 to 1 for me is that I let the water reduce.
So the water's boiling before you put the rice in.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure, right? So it's not just like measure the water, add the rice, and let it go. No.
Right.
So the technique is you have to let the water come to a boil as you monitor it, right? Because sometimes I feel like it depends what type of rice I'm cooking.
Yeah.
It requires more water or less water. I only know that the moment I add the rice into the pot. When I
Gotcha.
see the rice is really absorbing the water very quickly, I know that it needs more water.
And you just add it then.
If the rice really need water, yeah, exactly. I'll add more water if
Right
need
away.
be. Yeah, exactly.
Right away. And then you turn it down after that, or you leave it high.
So let it cook. Once it gets nice simmer, where you can't see none of the water on top of the pot of the rice, you close it, and then the rest is history. Don't touch it. Don't look at it.
And you leave it off.
Yeah, you leave
off
it
the heat.
Off
So you
the heat.
dump the rice into your water. The water's boiling. You're stirring it at first.
Not too much.
You're stirring it, and then as soon as that rice absorbs and you can't see any more water,
Close it.
Heat off the heat, lid on, and you just let it go.
Yeah,
and
because what happened is
you just smell for it to be done.
exactly.
I
Because
fucking love that.
one thing
That's
about
great.
rice, it requires so much patience, man.
Yeah.
Once that sauce is ready, you'll really see what I'm talking about. Really,
But
you know?
what also I like? Like,
Yeah.
you know when you order like a curry or something and you get rice on the side?
Yeah.
And then people take it and they put it all into their curry and they mix it all around.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. I like to have it separate because I
agree.
like to take a little bit of the plain rice
Yeah.
and some of the sauce, and you have to have both.
Yeah, because
It
what
can't
happened?
be like-
Yeah, because when the rice gets, it's like no one don't want to eat cereal that's like
Soggy?
Yeah, soggy.
Right.
You want that crunchiness
Yep.
of the cereal. That's the whole purpose of making a perfect texture rice. You know?
You know the other thing that really grinds my gears?
Yeah, talk
when
to me.
people serve pasta on the side of the sauce. You ever see that?
That's crazy.
They take pasta and they like cook it and then they put it up. And then like for staff food, I've seen it in restaurants.
Oh, wow.
And they have like blanched pasta,
Pasta.
hot,
Yeah.
with a bit of olive oil on it, plain, and then like a sauce on the side.
Ah, that's tough.
And it's like,
That's tough.
what are you
doing?
Why?
What's going on?
Just go home.
let's cut this chives.
Okay.
'Cause I know that chicken almost getting ready. Do you want to check on the chicken?
I'll check it. Actually, this thing is pretty cool. It's like a Bluetooth meat thermometer. Yeah. Man, I don't even know how to say it.
Are you trying to find out how they pronounce it?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at
We're going to be talking about the Typher Sink.
Typher.
I think that chicken is ready, man.
I'll have a look.
Oh, wow. Look at that chicken.
This is beautiful.
Oh, wow. That's
This is one of the most beautiful chickens I've ever seen in my life. You see that we haven't put the sauce over top of the chicken. We've left the color side of the breast and the thigh and the leg sort of up, sort of on the top. It's not getting wet with the sauce, it's not getting soggy. It's sort of staying crispy. That's very important. And then all that sauce is sort of soaking into the meat that's underneath. It's important that the chicken's fully cooked. All right. Take a meat probe thermometer and spike it. It needs to be at least 65 degrees Celsius. What's that in Fahrenheit? Does anybody know? Hey Siri, what's 65 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? 149. Get a thermometer. I got sent this beautiful product from Typher, which is a wireless meat thermometer. It's exactly what you need. It's accurate. You're able to sort of put it into the meat and find out what temperature it is. You can actually leave it in and it's wirelessly recorded. So you don't actually have to like leave it in and have this thing out of the oven. The other great thing about it is it connects to your phone. So you could be playing tennis and you could be, serving. And then you can be like, I wonder how my chicken's doing. And then before they return the serve, you can like pull out your phone and be like, I got 15 degrees to go.
That's sick. If you had to play tennis, cook chicken, you must be a master, dude.
Right,
That's awesome.
right.
That's awesome.
That's why they make this for really efficient tennis players and other stuff like that.
Wow, let's do it.
So yeah, I'm gonna put this into the chicken and we're gonna test it to see if it's safe to eat. How does that sound? And make sure when you do this, you put it into the thick part of the chicken. That's what you wanna see.
It's working pretty well. All right,
Yeah.
moving.
It's at 96. It's going up, so it's not quite done yet.
Yeah.
What we can do though now, which is great, is we can put this probe like this, keep this out and put this back in the oven. That way, that's going to tell us when this chicken's done.
Combien de temps? Un an?
Un an. Ouais, 6 mois par 6 mois, 2 fois.
Ah oui?
J'ai fait 6 mois comme chef privé dans une maison, dans une villa au sud.
D'accord.
Et après, la prochaine fois, j'ai travaillé chez Ducasse.
que-
Ouais, c'est ça. Si tu pratiques pas, tu perds le niveau.
Our viewers like, what you guys just said? Part of
We'll
that's
put
not part of it.
English subtitles.
English
All right, so we've reached our temperature, okay?
That chicken is so juicy.
It's nice, yeah.
You have a plate ready that we could just
Yes, I'll get a plate now.
get a plate.
And what's good about brining the chicken, guys, really is like you're seasoning inside the meat, but you're also giving it juice. Like you're giving it more juice. It becomes less dry because actually what you're doing is the salt with osmosis sort of opens up the pores of the meat, and all of that liquid and that salt goes into the meat and makes it a lot more, juicy actually. For
sure, yeah.
And just well seasoned all the way through.
Yeah, it definitely helps it out so the chicken doesn't, after it's done cooking, it's not tough. It still have that,
Right.
that tenderness that you look for. So now the chicken is ready. I'm going to add a little lemon juice.
Yeah.
The chicken. One more. Give it a nice stir. All right.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to allow you
Okay.
to add the rice.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that rice.
Some serious business right
This is bananas.
now. I'll go one more.
There we go. Why not? We're going to put our chicken.
Look at that.
Chicken is
baby.
nice and tender. I could tell how tender it is. Look at the chicken.
Beautiful and nice.
Watch the chef. Watch the chef.
Watch the chef.
Watch the chef. Watch the chef. There we go. Okay. I like to put the onion in one direction, one side, because so I'm not. My whole entire rice is not being soaked with sauce.
Okay.
And then, chef, I need your help to finish it up with that beautiful chives.
Is there in the top?
Right on top, chef.
Like this?
Right on, chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch the chef. Watch the chef.
Watch the chef. Watch the chef.
Oh wow! Look at that! Oh, look at that!
Book me now. Book me now. Watch it. First class. Find me first class. Book me now. Book me now.
But this is a very achievable homemade dish.
It's simple.
Yeah.
Is what I like about it.
You know, and I feel like, especially if you like just getting off work, you know, the kids are just getting off school.
Yeah.
You could, you could kind of cut your onions the day before.
Yeah.
You know, saute them and put the chicken in the oven and then just kind of let everything marinate together. You know,
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So let's.
It's a thing of beauty.
You want to taste it? Let's see how good it
let's
is.
taste it. Yeah.
Do the honor, chef.
All right.
We'll make sure.
So it's good.
Let's see the. Oh yeah, that chicken is tender. That chicken is tender. I know the people watching this from the back are like, "What's going on?"
Mmm.
Dude,
So good.
You can't go.
So clean.
You can't go wrong.
That's real deal Holyfield right there, baby.
Very good.
See that right there?
Nice and look at
Yeah.
that.
It's protein. Serigne, thank you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for teaching me how to make this dish. I know that my viewers, your viewers are going to love it because something like this is practical, it's easy, it's simple, and it's healthy. If you like this video, if you want to see more chef collabs like this one, subscribe, hit that like button, follow for more, all right? Go eat at Dakar restaurant if you're here in New Orleans. Follow Serigne on Instagram. He's always got a lot of great stuff going on.
See you at Dakar.
See you at Dakar.